Normally we wait to the very end to taste Karen's food, but Carl is not waiting.
He's in it.
I mean,
it's not part of the good. No, it's very good.
It must
awesome.
be good. He's almost finished it
Really
off.
good, yeah.
So now Sassy Mama's going to show us how to put these meat pies together.
Okay, I want to show you basically what the meat part looks like. It is thick, but it's kind of not thin like a gravy.
Just stop. That's all
like,
you need.
Yeah.
That's it.
My husband said
good.
the same thing. It's like sloppy joes. That's what you want it to look like.
And you did put in some thyme, too.
Some thyme, some fresh thyme. And then, if you can't get Stilton, which you probably can't, do blue cheese. It's the same thing. It's a pungent...
Crumble, I guess it crumbles anyway.
But you just add, I mean, a teaspoon or two.
And there's blue cheese in the one I have, right?
Yep, there is. And then you just stir it. You don't add a lot. It's not like heavy blue cheese. What'd you ask?
Good. It's also all over my face.
I've noticed a big drop-off in Carl's contribution. He doesn't do anything anymore. He's just eating. He's done.
So let's talk about the crust.
Done.
Yeah, he's
all true.
Real quick, did you let that cool down before you put the cheese in?
I did.
Or you could, okay.
Because I just don't want it to just totally go away, if possible. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and just done Pillsbury pie crust. They work really great. And how I measure it, so it's not a lot of math, is what I did is I used the extra big muffin cups. And then to measure it, I just went around like this, and I was like, oh, well, there that went. I just measured it like this, just trying to see about how big to draw my circles.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I made them a little bit extra bigger. And so I stuffed them in there. I sprayed the pan really well.
Okay.
Then you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now, this is the secret. This is puff pastry. Puff pastry is a different type of dough, and it's going to give you that kind of, you know, that top that you
this has two doughs?
Two doughs.
No wonder it's good.
Yeah.
Right? So what you're going to do, this is basically called a laminated dough, because when you make puff pastry or you make croissants, you are rolling whole sticks of butter between sheets of dough.
Yes,
and
you
it
are.
takes 4 hours.
You bet you are.
Yeah. And I mean, literally.
And I mean, rub it in there.
And one day, I should probably do a Facebook class for everybody to show you how you do it. You basically bang the butter in, and then you roll it. You stick it back in the fridge. Then you fold it like this. And you roll it,
then you
and
go
then you
watch
put
us
more
soak.
If you're
butter.
making your own.
You make your own. It is a
Or you
labor
can
of love.
buy it in the freezer
Or buy
section.
it. So easy. So what I'm going to do is to make the tops is this looks about the size of the top. So what I'm going to do is I make it a little bit bigger. You always want your puff pastry dough to be cold, ice cold.
Why is that?
Because when you bake it, puff pastry, you want to puff. And the only way it's going to puff is if it's super cold, the butter melts, it releases air, and boom, it makes it puff.
Science.
If it's science. If it is hot or warm dough, it's already warm, and the butter's actually formed into the dough, and it won't puff.
Okay. So we have it cold, and then do we stick the...
Yes. You're just going to
meat
put
in there?
spoonfuls of this in there, put this on top, bake it for about 40 minutes, and they'll come out like that. You can freeze them and have them for later in the week.
Smells good.
They're delicious, guys. They're so good.
And
looks
Carl,
good.
You can vouch.
I can vouch. I can vouch. I want another.
They are delicious.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
For a chilly evening, David.
It's going to be, what an evening
Wouldn't
for those.
that be good?
Carl's had 3 of these so far.
Thank you for sharing your
I'm going to
recipe.
freeze them, just like she said.
You've eaten 3. You're going to freeze the others.
I intentionally gave my husband one and left one at home because he said, do you think any would come home? And I said, no, Carl's there.
No.
Thank you.
Carl hasn't had dinner with his wife since he's been on the show, Monday evenings or Wednesday evenings. No, honey, I'm good.
She knows. She knows.
That's why we started
I come
out
home
the
full.
She cooks for the kids only. That's it. That's it. That's it.